it's Nikki Bevan and welcome to my Friday Focus. Today I wanted to talk to you about the power of saying sorry. But before I get too far into that, I wanted to explain that other people's behaviour doesn't make you feel. So if someone's shouting at you or someone's arguing with you or someone's challenging what you've said, that does not have the ability to make you feel anything. It's not their behaviour that creates your emotion. It's your thoughts about their behaviour that create your emotion. Come on then, up. My dog wants to join me. So, if you see, this is my little doggy. See my little doggy? Oh, she's having a lick. Probably not the best thing to see. So, it's not other people's behaviour that make you feel. It's your thoughts about what they're doing that generate your feelings. So this is, I want to point that out to begin with, because a lot of us say, oh, they made me angry. They've made me sad. They upset my feelings. They can't actually push a feeling into your body. I mean, if you think about it logically, you've got one human and you've got another human. How does that feeling get pushed into your body? Scientifically, it actually doesn't. Our feelings, that sadness, that upset, that anger, comes from thoughts that we have in our head. So our thought about somebody's behaviour is what makes us feel. So when it comes to saying sorry, I think that's first of all really interesting just to point out to you, because a couple of weeks ago I had a situation with my youngest son. So I was picking him up from school and then taking him to a friend's house to play for the evening. His friend's house is like, the school is halfway between us and the friend's house. So I was driving to school and then driving into his friends and coming home. So when we got in the car, he was excited about going to his friend's house, but he wanted to go home first. And I was a bit like, well, that's ridiculous, because we're halfway there. I'm not driving home and then driving back past school to go to your friend's house. We're just going to go straight to your friend's house. And he got quite upset. And I was like, no, really, we're it's just ridiculous to do that. We're not doing it. So bless him, he did get upset, but fair play, he sorted himself out. And after the event, I was a bit like, I don't know, I think I may have been a bit harsh, really. I think whilst I would probably make that same decision again, probably could have dealt with it with a bit more compassion. I probably could have been a bit more understanding and a bit more compassionate towards what he wanted to do. And I was thinking about it and I thought, oh, I'm going to say sorry to him. And when I thought about saying sorry, instantly, my body sort of went into defiance. It's like, I am right. I was right to do that. Like, real sort of defiant righteousness. I'm not saying sorry. Why should I say, And it really fascinated me, because whilst that was quite an insignificant event, it really got me thinking that actually you're probably going to have a time in your life when you've acted in a way that really you didn't really want to act. You've shown up in a way that you didn't really want to show up. But when we go to say sorry, this real sort of defensiveness kicks in. And this is what happened with me and my son. And the next day, I thought, no, I'm going to say sorry, because my behaviour, how I acted, meant that I wasn't the best version of myself that he then had to deal with. So I know I didn't make him upset, but the way I behaved created thoughts in his head that made him upset. And I was sorry for that. It's not how I want to show up. It's not who I want to be. So the next day I said to him, look, mate, I would still make the same decision again, but I think I probably could have dealt with it a bit more compassionately, with a bit more understanding perhaps. And actually my behaviour was on me. That was my bad. I'm sorry that I gave you that situation to deal with. You know, and I apologized. And it felt so good. Like that release, it was like a sense of freedom, a real sense of relief that I had been truthful, because I didn't think I was the best version of myself, and that was on me. That was my behaviour to own and my behaviour to apologise for. And it just makes me think that for those of you that have got like maybe really, like you will have a scenario in your head that maybe you wish you dealt with a bit differently, but that maybe you're just a little bit too proud or stubborn to deal with. But actually, when you take that responsibility for yourself, when you own that feeling and you own your behaviour and you own your responsibility and you take full control of that, it's really powerful. You feel so much freer and a real power behind saying sorry. And it's not because you're saying you were wrong, because who's to say who's right and wrong? But it is to say that, do you know what? I didn't show up quite how I wanted to, and that's on me. And I'm sorry that I gave you a situation that you then had to deal with. And I think that's an amazing thing to do for ourselves. So within my program, yes, we focus on weight loss, and yes, we focus on like kicking the ass out of your sugar cravings, but we deal with so much more. We deal with that self-confidence. We deal with taking responsibility for ourselves. We deal with the relationships we have with people and the relationship we have with money, and how we manage all of the things in our life, including ourselves, our money, our time. So it is so much more than just weight loss. Weight loss is a tiny little part of it compared to the other work that we do that just empowers us to be the most amazing human beings. So I really hope that this Friday focus and the power of saying sorry has really just planted a seed. And actually, when you're able to say sorry to people for something that's happened, it's not because you're trying to make them better, because you can't. It's not because you're admitting you were wrong, because it's not. It's just about saying, do you know what? I could have been a better version of myself in that situation, and I'm sorry that I wasn't. And the freedom and the release is really quite awesome. So have a lovely weekend. I hope this is just giving you something to think about. Take care.